It's market update time. Let's have a look at Russell and Nasdaq. Let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Alrighty then, so let's have a look at the Russell and the Nasdaq chart. So, Russell, what is going on with the Russell chart? Now, guys, if you're looking purely at the indicators and the stochastics and this divergence here, this is saying, hang on a minute, whoa. Last time we got that sort of divergence, we had a big run, as you can see through there. All right, so let me just bring up my little trend line drawing tool. This was that point through there, and this was the divergence, and you can see we had that sort of move. Now we're getting this sort of divergence, that from there, and now we're getting this sort of move. Does that continue up from there? Well, that's yet to be seen. So we're getting that. I'm looking at this chart right now. I'm saying, okay, what is really going on here? If we fail here on the Russell chart, if we fail here, that's going to create the very first low peak on that weekly chart, right? So if I bring up this weekly chart here, oh, doing it again. So, where'd my cursor go? There she is, right there. So let's have a look at the weekly chart here, and I want to show you what I'm seeing here. On this weekly chart, you can see the lines of what I'm looking at here. So if we go and have a look at this level here, we've had this peak, we've had this high peak, we've had this trough, and now we've had this high trough. If we fail here, this is going to be the very first lower peak, and then maybe that's the sign of more downside to come. So if we fail here, we're going to start getting this, and maybe that's what we're going to get. So that's what I'm looking out for. If we fail here, we're going to create a low peak, and if we create a low peak, then that's going to go straight down. Now, that's what I believe. And so looking at the Russell chart, oh my, it's software doing it again. Look at that. Look at that. It's just doing it again, isn't it? Crazy. My software's playing up so much today. My software's going crazy on me. All right, one of those days that technology just doesn't work for you, right? All right, so let's have a look here on the Russell. The one thing I do see on the daily chart is what you can see right now on the actual trend lines itself, right? You can see we've got this sort of trend line going up through there, and we've got a trend line coming down through there. So we're actually at that point right now, right through there. So do we hold here? Do we hold here and roll over? And once again, if we do, then that's likely to create a movement on the downside. So this is like a do or die situation for the Russell, and you can see the Russell support there, or a lot of resistance there, a lot of support there. Now it's likely to form a lot of resistance here. So again, on a weaker tone, if we break above this 120 mark, obviously it's going to be a bearish tone. So that's what I do see on there on the Russell. And also, let's have a look at the Nasdaq. Bam. All right. Come on now, software. You can do it. Oh, the technology gods are not with me today, guys. I tell you what. Let's have a look here. Let's just type that in, shall we? All right, bam, there we go. My software is just absolutely going crazy. Now, I did a video based on my Nasdaq chart. The Nasdaq chart for me, guys, is lining up absolutely perfect. If you look at the analysis, or based on what actually happened last time we got a crash. And I'll just quickly go over that again for you. You can see how that. If I just bring up a blue pen, you can see how the market ran up. When this had this last time it ran up, made this 1 point and then ran down, made this 2 point, ran up, made this 3 point, ran down, made this 4 point, and then 5 point, and then we dropped. Let me see if I can make that a bit thinner. So we can see that 1 point, and look at this here. The last time, so the 1 point is similar to this, where the market ran up, created this 1 point. Then it ran down, created this 2 point. Then it ran up, created this 3 point, which is like almost identical to this here. Double top, basically double top. Market ran down to this 4 point. And now the market ran up to this fifth point, which is exactly the same as the exact happened over here. The pattern looks almost identical to that. Almost identical. And then we got the drop down. As you can see, right? We got this, and then we got the drop down. Is that what's coming next? That's what the pattern's telling me, right? That's exactly what the pattern's telling me through there. Now, obviously, if we break above this double top, then that's going to be a key indicator. But I'll tell you what, guys, this Nasdaq, and I've said it all along, and that's the reason why I'm heavily short on the QQQ right now, as in IE put options, and I am for the rest of the year, is because I believe Nasdaq is going to get hit the hardest. It is the weakest chart out of all the indices, from the S&P, Dow, Russell, Nasdaq. The S&P, Dow, Russell, Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is the weakest out of the whole lot of them. So for me, guys, that's what I see on the weekly chart, and on the daily chart. Once again, you can see this major lower trough, and now we're just running back up through the air. And so to me, it's just like, are we going to form this lower peak here and then start to run down? And that's exactly what I'm seeing. I'm starting to see this thing roll over where it is right now. We continue to roll over, and if you look at this overall flow, guys, and this is really, really interesting. Look at this here. If you look at the market with the overall flow, let's bring up a blue and we'll make it thick. If you look at the overall flow, you can see that this overall flows like that, and then it flows down, and then it flowed up, and then we had a little spike up and down, but the overall big move is down, and then this overall big move is up. So as you can see, right, we're actually, again, you can see the overall flow of this market flows down, flows up, flows down, flows up, flows down, flows up. You know, you can see the overall flow, because that was down, sideways, down. So that was a whole leg down. You know what I'm saying? This was down, sideways, a little spike up, but then down. So this was just one leg down, one leg up. And again, way I look at my analysis, I try to look at the waves. What is the waves doing overall? And so you can see this is what the waves are doing overall, and you can see very, very clearly that we had this one peak, a double top formation. We had this trough here, a lower trough. We're likely to form a lower peak here, and we're likely to drop. So guys, that tells me everything here, right? If the whole market was continuing to be strong, we'd all be seeing what's happening right now in the Dow Jones and the S&P, but I don't think so, right? I don't think so. I'm still very weak, because the charts are telling me a weak. You cannot tell me that is not a bullish sign. If we start to break above this sort of 5,000 level on the Nasdaq, then yeah, we are completely changing trend. I don't think that's going to happen. We'll wait and see. What I think is going to happen is even if we get a little bit more movement to the high side, I think we're likely to pause, and then we're likely to start seeing this sort of action coming down through here. July, guys, is going to be a very, very interesting month. I did a video about that last couple weeks. And so anyway, guys, that's what I see there. Nasdaq is very, very weak compared to the whole market. So is the Russell. So what's happening right now in the S&P and Dow? I am not buying that one bit whatsoever. I'm not going to BS you here. Trading is hard. Over my 10 years of trading, I've learned some amazing systems and strategies, and I've put it all in my brand new Grab the Markets by the Balls course. And I'm giving you 100% free access. This whole course is 12 videos long and almost 10 hours of the best systems and strategies that I know. Click on the image below now to get 100% free access right now.